Hello, hello. We get started here in about 30 seconds. All right, I'm going to share my screen. So Morgan, you can see that, correct?
I sure can.
Well, good morning, guys. Since we got so many new people that are coming on board in record numbers, I just want to kind of go over customer acquisition one more time with you guys and just kind of do a quick update on what Bank Breezy is all about. First of all, I am Wade Cordell. I'm the co-founder of Bank Breezy along with David, and we've been on this journey now for about 7 years. We started out with one marketing partnership, which was DAC, and now we got a whole lot more. But there's a lot of folks that are using our platform. We got over 50 lenders that we have contracts with, but to be realistic, there's about 17 that we constantly do business with. The whole thing about the Bank Breezy platform is just really helping you utilize the platform in a way that can really help you build your personal DAC agency. Now, what I want to try to talk about today is just making customer acquisition a little bit more simpler and just kind of hoping that you can understand what the whole industry is about. We here at Bank Breezy have what we think is the solution for 80% of all the small businesses in America. 99% of them, are small businesses that employ a whole lot of folks. But when we were talking to all these business owners throughout the years, what we found through polls and just personal engagement and conversations was that 82% of them said the reason they fell as a business in the past or they're failing now is the lack of working capital. And if you're new to this David Allen Capital program, you're going to probably say, well, isn't that really what the banks are for? Well, you'd think so, but the banks are really good for about 20% of them. It's actually that piece of the pie is narrowing down pretty quickly to probably closer to 15% of the businesses can even walk into a bank and walk out with any kind of semblance of a loan for their business. But we're not worried about those 80%. As a matter of fact, we encourage them to go to the bank if they can do that. If they don't mind putting their house up for collateral and they've been in business for 3 years, got great tax returns, then do that. But what we're finding is 80% of them, there's no way they can do that. So we really do have the cure for working capital disease. Your whole job is to introduce your clientele to all the funding partners that we have on our Bank Breezy platform, and we can show them how they can get funded very quickly. What I want to do is just quickly help you understand the journey of the platform. It's been about 7 years, as I said. We've had over $250 million funded through the platform. Our lender partners have done over 20 billion, and there's been over 500,000 applications, probably closer to 600 to 700,000 that have flowed through the Bank Breezy platform. So it's very experienced. It's got great results for the clients. It's made it simple. The biggest benefit that DAC has with our marketing partnership here at Bank Breezy is that it's a 100% online process. There's no hassles. They're going to be able to go online and be online, not have to send a bunch of paperwork in. Guys, we're providing your clients the number one success tool that they can possibly have. And that is working capital. We pay our commissions on a daily basis. We get paid today, you get paid tomorrow. The whole thing is you got to get the word out, though. People need to know about you. And if you get a dozen clients, or when you do, then you can expect most of them to come back 4 to 6 times for more opportunity for funding. This happens over and over and over again. The whole reason for the platform is to provide an opportunity for you guys to make full-time pay on a part-time basis while you're building your DAC brand of all the other different services out there. It's a simple application process. They go through it. And by the way, a lot of you have been asking, but when we don't pull a hard credit. We look at their FICO scores. It's soft. It's never going to affect their credit score, good, bad, or otherwise. So you don't have to have any fear of that. The online process is quick. When we go through, it kind of separates who's going to get what. Is it going to go to Biddy? Is it going to go to instant funding of up to $10,000 in 10 minutes less for the gig workers? And of course, that's Lyft drivers, Uber drivers, babysitters, dog walkers, anyone that works in that space. And then, of course, other than the under 15,000 and then the 3,000 and to 5,000, we also have what we call the Big Breezy funding, which is anything above that 15,000 a month range. We also offer lines of credit. The lines of credit are a little tougher to get. You got to have really good credit. You got to be in certain industries to get it. The one thing that a lot of you are confused at is cost of funds. We've been putting out offers. Had $1 million one this week at a 1.25. We actually had 750,000 at a 1.22 annual rate cost of funds. If that is too high for your clients, then they're really not a prospect for anybody other than a bank. If they could go to the bank and they can get funding, we keep encouraging them to do so. But if they can't, then that's where we come in. To give you an example, if you were to, or we were to fund one of your clients $10,000, they could be paying back anywhere from 11.9 to 14.9 if their credit's really bad. It usually ranges between a 1.19 and a 1.49 cost of funds. These are factor rates, not interest rates, and all of them are daily and weekly, except for the lines of credit. We can get monthly payments on that. We also have our exclusive funding called Select Business Funding. And man, this thing has really been taken off. The bottom line is we're able to come and get offers between a 1.18 and a 1.29 for these folks. Instead of the 1.30 and the 1.50 factor rates. We're getting a lot of these that are telling us, no, I'm just going to go to my bank. All I'm telling you is that you need to just do a little bit better job of telling those folks that if you can go to the bank, you need to go today. But what I'm finding with almost every one of these select funding offers is that the businesses really appreciate it because there is no competition out there. They're going to be able to go to and get a better deal than us when it comes to select funding. As long as they've been in business 3 years, they're doing 100,000 a month in revenue. And actually, I've given some deals at 50 and 75,000 as well. So we kind of look at it, but they need a FICO about 700 to do that. And if they don't fit in that category, then maybe standard funding is the way to go. So one thing that happens after we fund the client is that we still talk to them about the Breezy Connect Cash. This is a program you should be talking to them about. Tell them, hey, talk to the funding department once you get this funding in your bank account. We're going to still call them too, but you might want to call them and say, hey, I just want to make sure you understand what Connect Cash is. That's when you're going to be able to use that money to help pay off your funding early. And then the Connect Cash basically works this way. You refer someone and they get funded. Let's say Bill's Plumbing gets funded, and then Bill's Plumbing refers Joe's Garage and Joe gets funding. Bill's Plumbing is going to get Connect Cash on Joe. And if Joe then goes out and refers his hairdresser down the street and she gets another 25,000, then Joe's going to receive the Breezy Connect Cash. So it's kind of an unlimited chain. But here's the good thing about it. You're the broker in charge that's tied to every one of these. So what we're really doing is prospecting for you. Now, we are really, really better than almost all the providers out there because we got so many banks that we do business with. It's quick, it's easy, it's simple. the best way that I can tell you to go out and get leads are the things that we've been talking about a long time, the warm market, the meet, greet, and inform, and then memberships into different organizations. Talk to your warm market friends, leverage your existing connections out there and foster all these relationships that really will put yourself in a position for success. And then, of course, there's a warm market business owners out there, people that you know that have businesses that may not need funding. They know a lot of people that do. And if you got CPA, bank managers, we had one person that I spoke to yesterday, and she was excited because she's talking to a bank that's got a lot of locations that are interested in what we're doing. Leverage all these opportunities that you have out there. But remember, at all times, there are three truths you need to know. Number one, business owners can do great things with capital. I don't care what the cost of that capital is. If they can't get their hands on it, that is a bigger cost than paying a 149, guys, because these people can be empowered and fuel their business with that capital. They might just be in a pinch. You can relieve them of that. Maybe they just need to get their payroll done this week because some invoices didn't get paid. But they may say no, but at least they need to know that it's available to them. So again, meet, greet, and inform. Look at all those. And the 5 daily agent activities you should be doing every day is text messaging, emailing, social media, phone calls, and connect cards. Meet, greet, and inform. Go join your local chambers. No, just not enough people are doing that. You need to go join these chambers. I mean, today, Ellen Wynn is in a golf tournament with the chamber. She's participating. She's in there becoming part of the community that she's working in. And of course, that's why she gets so many leads from it. So you get your chambers, you got your BNI meetings. We're actually starting a BNI in my facility here because I initiated it. Didn't want to head it up. They've asked me to, but I don't have time, but I'm certainly going to go to it. Home builders associations, trucking associations, restaurant associations, join them. And if they go out and you go out and get 100,000 in funding in that association, however long it takes, we'll refund you up to $500 for the membership. Valpak is a great way to get leads by just calling the folks when you get them and say, hey, listen, I see that you have a roofing company, or you can do this with your cell phone, by the way, if you don't want to use Valpak, and take pictures of trucks going by. I know David's did a lot of traveling this past couple of weeks, and he's done a lot of taking pictures of truck routes. You go in, you get your phone out, take the picture, or you get a Valpak and you see the ad and you say, hey man, I just saw your truck or your ad. I'm the funding director here for my local area here in Greenville, South Carolina. I just want to ask you a couple of things. Number one, do you guys serve in the Malden area, or maybe Simpsonville, or Spartanburg, or Clemson? Do you go in all that? And then you just get a conversation going, and then you finally say, well, listen, I just want to make sure I'm able to refer other people through you, and just let you know, I'm the funding director for the David Allen Capital Opportunity here for small businesses. And if you're ever in a pinch or you have a great idea and you need it funded, let me know. Then you exchange cell numbers, email, you get them the information in front of you. Heck, man, we got people that go to Lowe's and Home Depot parking lots. They sit there, they take these pictures, they get a lot of leads that way. So the 10 best industries that we have out there that are going to make you the most money is still and always will be construction, which includes the plumbers, electricians, the pavers, the home builders, the bricklayers, all these folks in the construction industry. And there's a lot of them. We got restaurants, retail, anything with brick and mortar, or even really e-commerce. We're funding a nail and beauty salon today, $60,000. Well, they haven't officially taken it, but I think she's going to. We've got doctors, dentists. There's just so many opportunities, and manufacturing is a big one. They have the larger funding opportunities out there. So at this point, I'm going to stop sharing the screen. And if anyone here has a question, anything to do with funding, nothing else, not commissions, but just funding itself, I'd love to answer it for you right now. Do we have anybody?
We've got Matt Dehame. You can go ahead and unmute yourself, Matt.
Hey, Wade. Hey, everybody. Good
Hey.
morning. Just really quick, the Home Depot thing is great for those that have the time. And what I did when I was visiting the States, and I don't live there, but when we were up there, for a month or so, for the last few years, I just take, 2 or 3 days of the week and get to the Home Depot or that parking lot early in the morning when these contractors are going. It's ubiquitous. It's full of business owners or trucks that have their phone number. You can contact them. So it's like, it's almost too easy. But you got to be careful. So your attitude when you walk up to these folks, and I just watched them pull up, and they're busy, they're working. Hey, this is your truck. Just identify yourself, have your drop cart. And Wade was mentioning about those pictures, but you got to have them in your hand. You got to have something, to leave behind, even a business card. But most importantly, ask them after you hand them the card, introduce yourself. Hey, the reason I just want to hand you this, let you know what I do, how I can help you. If the bank is not an option, it's very important to get that because you're not presuming they can't. Wade said 85% can. Okay, well, if they're of the 15%, they maybe think they can, but they probably can't. But you don't want to insult them and tell them they can't. You just kind of say, hey, if you can't get bank funding, we're the best option after them. So give them a try. But here's my card. We'll get it done quick. And it was great. Hey, by the way, can I have your card? Very important. I got a stack of those. There's your follow-up. So now you've got permission. Hey, I've got your card. You call them in a week and a half. Hey, it was great meeting you at the parking lot in the Home Depot in North Bergen because, again, I know you probably don't need this now or assume they don't. Say, that attitude in that the second contact. I hate the word follow-up. It's horrible words. The second contact. Oh, by the way, I just, I had to let you know about something. You have a subordinate reason to contact them back. And it was great meeting you, but I'm calling you because we have this select funding thing for certain industries and certain profiles. You may want to consider it. Where should I send my website to for you to save this or use this when you have an opportunity for your business? So you're basically a consultant, right, guys? You're not. I started this, and there's new people on here, as Wade said, years ago. Hope I'm not, overdoing this, but man, this is everything. You got to get your head around this. You're a consultant. You're not selling money, but you aren't letting them know that there's an option out there, and it's you. You're the option. And there's, alternative lending, unless they're living under a rock, they know that there's, they get contacted all the time. Sometimes people harass them, but we're the actual boots on the ground, real people that care about their community. We want to help businesses. We never want to put you in a worse position, after we meet you, before you met us. So only if this is going to help you, but we're going to get you the best offer. And here's my card. It was great meeting you. And just follow through, not up. Just get a permission to contact them. Hey, would it be okay if I could contact you? Should I shoot you my link to this email or can I text it to you? Yeah, sure. Get that permission. Great meeting you. Do that. I promise you, I've got, Wade knows, I don't know, a bunch of clients just from visiting the States. Now, if I can do that once a year, visiting for 3 or 4 or 5 weeks and get a bunch of clients, why can't anybody else if you're living there? So look, so what I suggest, this is why I put my hand up. It wasn't even for this reason. Nick, my son, who's probably on here, who's taking my cue and doing this himself, decided, hey, Daddy, I'm going to go to the restaurant depot. I'm going to find out where the restaurant owners are getting their supplies. And that was better. So he's got a bunch of restaurant clients as a result of that. I didn't even think of it. So he went there. Now he's got his clients are restaurants. I'm like, where are you getting these from? This is when I went to the restaurant depot. The owner's coming out. Now they don't have marked trucks. They don't have wraps on their trucks usually. They're very discreet, and they're get their little van or something. They're tossing their stuff, and you can figure it out. Hey, by the way, are you a restaurant owner? When you approach them, look for people coming out and say, oh, are you one of the owners, or are you just helping out the restaurant? Because I work with restaurants all the time that need funding that can't get it from the bank. That's it. And now you've got a relationship. Would it be okay if I could just shoot you my website for you to take a look, see if this is going to help your business? Done. That's our business in a box, guys. And everything's done. Just get the heck out of the way. Let Wade and company take it over. Send them your link. You're going to get informed. Don't have to get, you don't have to be nervous. Just let it happen. And if it's going to help them, they will proceed if they have a good use for the funds. Their benefit's going to outweigh the cost, or it doesn't. You did your job. Just reach out and let them know that you're there. You're going to get clients this way. And you're also going to get referrals, as he mentioned, as a result of your professional attitude. Your attitude is not selling. Your attitude is helping and being a consultant. That's it. So let's go.
Thanks, Matt. That was great. And guys, if you haven't gotten these cards yet, you got to get them. If you've been in this business for even a couple of days, and the person who brought you in didn't tell you about the postcards and the value of these Connect cards. So let me tell you, this is the card I have. I get the oversized one for payment processing. I was in the building that we're here, 60 some businesses, and I just gave every one of them my funding and my payment processing. One of them happened to own a national pizza franchise. Now they only got 38 locations right now, but they're growing. And he said, "Well, I'll try you on this the one that we could save them money for payment processing with the dual pricing." He said, I'll try you with the dual pricing. And he loves it. So he tried us on 3, and now we're putting 5 more on this week, and we're going to be he wants to get these 38 on as soon as possible. I mean, that's 15,000 or more, or 20, I don't know what the number is going to be, a month worth of monthly residual that I'm going to get paid on. And I do the business just like you do the business when I've got time. But if I'm able to go out and get clients and spend the kind of hours that I'm having to spend here with Bank Breezy, certainly you guys that are going to be doing this, whether part-time or full-time, can at least go get these cards and tell people about dual pricing. It's a big deal, and everybody wants it. And you think that these restaurants and all, they won't go for it. Let me tell you, they're everywhere I'm going now in the Greenville area here in South Carolina have dual pricing type stuff, are starting to get it. They're hearing about it. And when you join these chambers or associations, you need to tell them about it as well. So anyway, that's all I got. I really appreciate you guys being on. At 1 o'clock, I'm going to be doing the DAC opportunity presentation. Hop on if you got some prospects. You guys have a blessed week. And